woman.
Right, it's between, he said, I put enmity between thee and the woman. What does that mean? There's going to be beef.
Mm-hmm.
You say it's going to constantly mess with the woman now. With our woman, really, because this is talking about Eve. It's talking about the mother of our woman. Okay? Satan's going to constantly be at you. Since you want to go the way of Satan. There's going to be enmity between you. He's going to be constantly trying to make you fall. Read.
And between thy seed and her seed.
Right. Does woman have seed? Nah, right? So what does that mean by thy seed and their seed?
Children.
Not really. It's kind of, it's metaphorical for the future generations of women. Right? That this enmity between her and Satan is going to be constant for future generations to come. Right? Right? It's metaphorical for the woman to come after you in your amongst your nation. You're all going to have this enmity between Satan and them. Satan will constantly try to beguile our woman the same way they beguile them in the garden. Okay? That's why our families are only in order when the man is the head. That's when our families are in order, when they're right. But when it's not that way, it's going to be Satan going to get involved. Okay, and that brings forth all those curses. You know, the marriage, you know, the woman eye being evil towards her husband, the husband eye being evil towards the wife, that he shall leave the children of his. All that comes about from that enmity between the man and the woman.
And thou shalt bruise his heel. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband,
right?
And he shall rule over thee.
And he shall what?
Rule over thee.
Right, your desire shall be toward thy husband, and he shall rule over you. He said, in sorrow you're going to bring forth children, pain. Okay? You're going to bring forth children. It's going to be such a joyous, smooth transition. Okay? Read on.
And unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife.
Because thou hast done what?
Hearkened unto the voice of thy wife.
So he said, because what was Adam's sin? He did what? Listen to his wife. He had hearkened unto the voice of his wife. That was his sin. He put his wife's voice before the voice of the Most High. Right? That's what he did. It's not saying never speak to your wife or listen to what she got to say. But when she has to say something that's contrary to the commandment of the Most High, that's when you should turn the channel. Where's your off button? Because you're not trying to hear nothing that's contrary to the word of the Most High. Okay? What you saying? What you got? 1 Timothy 2 and 13. Yeah. Okay. 1 Timothy faith, read on,
and charity, and holiness, with sobriety.
With sobriety. This is what she is teaching the children. To be sober, faithful. Okay, read on. That was it on that, right? So very simple, not complicated. Let's go back now to Genesis.
Book of Genesis, chapter 4, and verse 17. And unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and hast eaten of the tree of which I commanded thee, saying, thou shalt not eat of it. Cursed is the ground for thy sake, and sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life.
Right, so what now we got to work hard. Cursed be the ground for thy sake. For what we've done. But now the ground ain't giving up its things very easily. Now we got to work hard. Read.
Thorns also and thistles shall it bring forth to thee.
Right, thorns and thistles, what is that? Pain. What thorns and thistles do, they stick you, cause you pain. Okay? What?
So when you say curse the ground for men's sake, that's not talking about rain.
Rain?
Yeah.
Why you say that?
Because after the flood, Most High said, I will not even curse the ground anymore for men's sake.
Well, you're not flooded. Right? Curse the ground means that when the ground yields its increase, it ain't going to yield its increase so abundantly anymore. You have to work hard to get a little bit, you know, how do our northern tribes say? Mucho trabajo, poquito dinero. You're not going to get much from your work. You're going to work a lot and receive a little. Okay? That's what they're saying right there. That's how you know they Israel. Okay. You work a lot and receive a little. Okay.
Verse 18. Thorns also and thistles shall it bring forth to thee, and thou shalt eat the herb of the field. In the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread,
right?
Till thou return unto the ground.
Man, for your whole life, man. By the sweat of your brow, so you eat bread. You're going to be sweating that work. Right? Working hard, sweating, busting a sweat. All the days of your life. Read.
For out of it wast thou taken, for dust thou art, and unto dust shalt thou return.
Right, so your body goes right back to the earth. It's you made from the earth. When you die, your body go back to the earth. Read.
And Adam called his wife's name Eve.
Adam said, I got a name for you. Eve. Right?
Because she was the mother of all living.
Right.
Unto Adam also, and to his wife, did the Most High thy power make coats of skins and clothe them.
Right.
And the Most High thy power said, behold, the man is become as one of us to know good and evil. And now, lest he put forth his hand and take also of the tree of life and eat and live forever. Therefore, the Most High thy power sent forth from the Garden of Eden to till the ground from whence he was taken.
Right. He said, man, he kicked him out the garden. And he said, if he get that other tree, man, he gonna live forever. So let's not even play this game. Get him out of here. Okay? Tree of life. That's the keys of immortality. Got that? No. Got an understanding on how to obtain immortality. Okay. Now we obtain immortality through what? Serving the Most High. Keeping His laws, statutes, commandments, right? Following, that's how we're going to obtain that eternal life. But there's a key to immortality that He gives us in measure. Adam was about to have that key, so that he would just be one on this earth forever. He will never die. Right? That's a high level. That's something that you cannot obtain. That's something that the Most High can give you, but you cannot obtain on your own. Okay. Remember, man was created to be immortal. Everybody understand that? All right. He was created to die. See, that's a whole other class, right? But man was created to be immortal. When are you supposed to die? We died because of sin. You got that? Yeah. Get it.
And Wisdom of Solomon.
Yeah.
First chapter. Sorry, second chapter. Verse 20.
Wisdom of Solomon 2, verse 23.
Wisdom of Solomon in the Apocrypha, chapter 2 and verse 23. For the Most High created man to be immortal.
To be what?
To be immortal.
What does immortal mean? Never die. Originally created that you don't die. We don't.
And made him to be an image of his own eternity.
Of his own eternity. Is the Most High eternal?
God.
The Most High die? No.
When was the Most High born?
When was he born?
When was he born?
Right, put that on the test. When was the Most High born? Guys be like, in the beginning? No. Always was, always is, and always will be. That's as far as we're concerned. Okay? Good verse, though. Read on.
Genesis chapter 3, verse 24. So he drove out the man, and he placed at the east of the Garden of Eden cherubims, and a flaming sword, which turned every way, to keep the way of the tree of life.
You can't even get back over there. There's a cherubim with a flaming sword. Chop your head right off. Huh? What?
Finish the 2 verses.
Oh, when in the Bible?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Right.
The question was, what is that? Cherubim.
The angel.
I was wondering why you didn't say that.
Right. Cherubim is that mighty angel in an angelic body. The cherubim is the body that the angel comes in. When it's coming, its glory with its wings and its hoofs and its swords and everything. That's when it's a cherubim. That's why when they drew them, when they made the cherubims on top of the ark, they put them in their cherubim body. Now, an angel would come looking like you, but then he wouldn't be coming as a cherubim. As a man. You understand? So that's the thing. So cherubim is coming in his glorified body.
Genesis chapter 4, verse 1. And Adam knew Eve, his wife. And Adam knew Eve, his wife.
And Adam knew Eve, his wife. Now we're talking about sleeping with. Okay. And Adam knew Eve, his wife. Read on.
And she conceived.
And she what?
And she conceived.
She got pregnant. Right? Read on.
And bare Cain.
And she bare a child with a Cain. Right? Read on.
And said, I have gotten a man from the Most High.
Come on.
And she again bare his brother Abel.
Right.
And Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground.
So we see that spirit that was on Cain already. Cain was a tiller of the ground, and he was a farmer. That were the crops. Abel was a keeper of sheep. All right. That's near the home. That's the guy that's dealing with the sheep and making sure things fit. You see that same spirit that was on what? Esau and Jacob. You see that same spirit. So this is before nations. So this is just Cain and Abel. I don't want to confuse anybody. Right?
Verse 3. And in process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Most High.
Right.
And Abel, he also brought of the firstlings of his flock and of the fat thereof.
Right. So what did Abel bring? What of his flock? The firstlings. You see, Cain brought fruit of the garden. He didn't bring the first or the best. He brought fruit of the garden. But Abel brought the best, the firstlings of the flock. This is what the Most High requires. So let's see what happens. Read on.
But unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect.
Most High had no respect for Cain's offering. Okay? Hebrews 11:4. Huh? Yeah. Hebrews 11:4. So he was holding that. He was ready for that.
Ready for that.
Yeah, that one was. Yaakazak seconded it, so I guess I got to pull it now. All right. Hebrews 11:4.
Yeah.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 11, and verse 4.
Uh-huh.
By faith, Abel offered unto the Most High a more excellent sacrifice than Cain.
Right, because he ran and gave the best faithfully, and it was a more excellent offering than Cain. Read.
By which he obtained witness that he was righteous,
Uh-huh.
the Most High testifying of his gifts, and by it he being dead yet speaketh.
Right, go back.
The book of Genesis, chapter 4, verse 5.
Uh-huh.
But unto Cain and to his offering he had no respect, and Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell.
Uh-huh.
And the Most High said unto Cain, Why art thou wroth? And why is thy countenance fallen?
Read.
If thou doest well,
Right.
shalt thou not be accepted?
Right, so sometimes people want to get mad. Cain got mad because he did the wrong thing, and it wasn't accepted. Why should the Most High have to accept you just giving me some fruit? I'm the Most High. He supposed to be getting the best from me and offering it up. I can't just take whatever you want, scraps you want to give me. Okay? But because the Most High didn't take the scraps and like it, he got angry. You know?
And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door, and unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him.
Right, you're going to go off. If you don't take this correction, sin lies at the door. You're going to continue to break the laws. You're going to continue to do what's wicked in the sight of the Most High, because you can't take correction. He tried to give Cain correction. He didn't want to take that. And then he got upset. Oh, why you ain't his offering no like mine? Your offering was off. Read.
And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel his brother and slew him.
Man, Cain rose up and killed him, man. Why did he kill him? Jealousy and envy, man. Yeah. 1 John 3, verse 11. That a sharp knife. That butter knife. First John 3 and 11. You read that?
Yes.
You read that? I'm sorry.
Right.
We started at 8 and we read all the way down.
Yeah.
Hey,
Listen, I can't recall this. You read it.
Huh?
Oh, I can't just love you.
Says we should call love one another. Not as Cain. It was that wicked one. Slew his brother.
We can read on. We can stay where we at.
That was the law of the first school. Abel did. Even though it's written in Leviticus 23rd chapter, he already had that knowledge.
In the spirit.
Right.
The righteousness is spiritual. That's why he said the law is spiritual. If you got the right spirit on you, the law just makes sense to you. If you have the right spirit, you know, most I have to tell you, you need to give him the best. You should be trying to give him the best anyway. You know what I mean? You got that right spirit in you, you're going to know the law. Okay? You know, it's not hard to understand. Okay? Certain things need to be told to you, but certain things you're going to move in the spirit and know that this is wrong or this is right. Because it don't feel right. Because you're moving in the spirit, you're going to know. Right? You know?
Genesis chapter 4 and verse 9. And the Most High said unto Cain, Where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper?
Right.
And he said, What hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground.
Come on.
And now art thou cursed from the earth, which have opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. The ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth. And Cain said unto the Most High, My punishment is greater than I can bear.
Right, so now How Cain complaining? The Most High put curses on Cain. He said, man, a fugitive and a vagabond, you're going to be in here. What does that mean? You're going to be running for your life. Right? That's a future prophecy.
John Walsh will be out there.
Right? Right? You're going to be running for your life. He said, my punishment is too great. Right? Most I threw the book at him for killing his brother. Right? We know.
Verse 14. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that every one that findeth me shall slay me. And the Most High said unto him, therefore, whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Most High set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him. And Cain went out from the presence of the Most High and dwelt in the land of Nod, on the east of Eden. And she conceived and bare Enoch. And he builded a city and called the name of the city after the name of his son Enoch. And unto Enoch was born Irad. And Irad begat Mehu, and Mehu begat Methuselah, and Methuselah begat Lamech. And Lamech took unto him 2 wives. The name of the one was Adah, and the name of the other Zillah.
Right, so this is going into what? The lineage of came out of Cain. Right? Cain knew his wife. Wait a minute. Cain went out from the presence of the Most High, dwelt in the land of Nod, on the east of Eden, and Cain knew his wife. So who's Cain's wife? Where was she at? Where'd she come from? She was part of those that was what? She was lineage of those that were what? Created on the 6th day. Right? He said male and female. That also proves that it could not have been Adam and Eve, the only ones on the earth. If it was just Adam and Eve, then where did this woman come from? So that killed that whole thought pattern, right? Right. Yeah, another area.
Another place where it wasn't in the garden.
Right. Right. Outside of Eden. Right. So that proves right there that whole thought pattern that it was just 2 people, Adam and Eve, and that's it on the earth. How can Cain get married then? How did he find his wife? Okay. That shows you that it was never just Adam and Eve on the earth. Most High created man and woman. Adam and Eve is who he selected Adam and Eve for his purpose. He put his name on Adam and Eve for his purpose. That's it. The other men dwell. Okay, you know.
Verse 20. And Adah bare Jabal. He was the father of such as dwell in tents, and of such as have cattle. And his brother's name was Jubal. He was the father of all such as handled the harp and organ. And Zillah, she also bare Tubal Cain, an instructor of every artificer in brass and iron. And the sister of Tubal Cain was Naamah.
You see that? So they were born with what? What did they have? Skills. Right? They were born with talents and skills without going to school, without having to learn. These guys were playing music, artificers, ironsmiths, instructors. What else? They had all these harp organs. Come on, they were doing everything without anyone teaching. So he had his wives, and his wives had children.
Sure about that? Esau got us down. God must be crazy. He chasing the ball.
Don't know about the bottom and what the bottom do. First by out, then Oh, really? Yeah, you say, yeah?
first one.
Because he's the only second. We don't know that though, because we don't know what the other men and women were doing. So we would say out of Adam's seed, out of Adam's family, yeah. Right? Out of Adam's family, yeah. But the other ones, we don't know what they were doing. You know what I mean? And Peter had said he took them 2 wives. It's kind of indicating that there was no strange thing. Right? There was no strange thing that he took them 2 wives. Okay. So, you know, it was just him taking 2 wives. You know what I mean? It was like right, you know, like, you know, it was nothing strange there. Nothing out of the ordinary. Okay. Adam doesn't care with Eve, right? The situation we're going through. But now his oldest son, when he got time to marry, which is Cain, right? He took 2 wives. Maybe that of it. Right? And being that he went out, huh? Yeah, we just read that. I mean, Lamech took 2 wives. Cain's son, Lamech, I should say, took 2 wives, right? Not Cain, Lamech. Actually, Cain had Enoch, right? And Enoch had Lamech. Yeah, Cain had Enoch, right? His son. His son, Enoch was born Arad begat. So this is generations down from Cain's seed. You have Enoch, you have Manuel. Huh? But Mech is the one that had 2 wives. So this is little bit generations down from Cain. Right. We didn't speak of how many wives the other men had. We started with Mech. Right? You know?
And Lamech said unto his wives, Adah and Zillah, hear my voice, ye wives of Lamech,
right.
Hearken unto my speech, for I have slain a man to my wounding, and a young man to my hurt.
Right.
If Cain shall be avenged 7-fold, surely Lamech 70 and 7-fold.
Right, so he had slain a man, Lamech. And he's like, man, the way the Most High dealt with my forefather Cain, I'm definitely going to get it for this. All right? I'm going to be judged for this. But as I know the history of how the Most High dealt with my forefather Cain, you know?
And Adam knew his wife again,
Uh-huh.
and she bare a son and called his name Seth.
Okay.
For the Most High said, she have appointed me another seed instead of Abel, whom Cain slew.
Right.
And to Seth, to him also there was born a son, and he called his name Enos.
Mm-hmm.
Then began men to call upon the name of the Most High.
Right. Then began man to call upon the name of the Most High. So out of this lineage of Seth was what? Righteous men. Okay? To really call on the name of the Most High. Right?
I have a question.
Genesis
3, verse 20 says, and Adam called the name of his wife Eve, because she was the mother of all living.
Right, so Eve being the mother of all living, what does this mean? That every living creature, what does it mean? All living what? Right. All living that's coming out of what? The lineage of Adam. Right? I mean, he's just referring to his family. Because we already had man created. Man was created. The woman, men and women were already created. But she now is what? This family line was all going to come through Eve. He didn't have any second wives or anything like that. It was just Eve. Just Adam and Eve. Just him and her. So whatever seed he bring forth was going to come out of Eve. Okay? That's all the seed is going to bring forth. So that's what it meant by all living, all that's going to be coming. All right, but also he's naming her Eve, but that name is going to fall upon what? Women to follow. You know what I mean? Because he's not just Remember, Adam named all the creatures. So that Eve name was not just upon his wife, but it was going to fall upon the woman that precede his wife throughout the earth. So the woman of all living, meaning all the women that were going to give birth to children, had to hold that name Eve, not just her. Okay, so like time we refer to a woman as Eve, right? Because that woman, that name falls upon all our women, right? It's like Adam, the name man fell upon, right? And all men were called men. Okay, so they, remember, these are progenitors. These are the beginnings of things. Okay. Right. Right. Exactly. Son of man means son of Adam. Yeah. Absolutely. Remember, this is the beginning, the progeneration of things. Okay.
The book of Genesis, chapter 5, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
This is the book of the generations of Adam. In the day that the Most High created man, in the likeness of the Most High made he him.
Right. So this is the book of the generations of who? Adam. We're going into Adam's family. Right? We talked about Cain and his children and his lineage. Then it went into Seth and his lineage. Whose family is this? Adam's family. Okay? There's other families on the earth, of course there were, because that's how Cain got the 2 wives from another family. Right? But their families were not significant in what this book is talking about. This book is talking about the generations of Adam in the day that the Most High created man, right? In the likeness of the Most High made he him. This man that was created in the likeness of the Most High. Okay, read on.
Verse 2, male and female created he them,
right?
And blessed them, and called their name Adam.
Called their name what?
Adam.
Called their name Adam, his family, right? Read on.
In the day when they were created.
And who was created? All mankind? And who was created? Adam family. The day that Adam was created, he called them Adam. That's his family. When a man takes on a woman, that woman takes on the name of that man. Okay? Right? When a woman is called after a man's name, as it tells us in Isaiah 4, the woman takes on the man's name. So even Eve, took on the name of Adam. She's a family of Adam. She's Adam's wife. Okay? Adam's children. Adam's grandchildren, great-grandchildren. His lineage is what we're going to talk about now. Not everybody else's lineage. The other lineage, Lamech's lineage, we're not going to hear about Lamech's lineage. We're talking about Adam right now. Right? Even though Lamech is part of the family of Adam, okay, you know what I mean? We're going to just follow his family tree as we go down in the rest of the scriptures. It's all going to be talking about Adam's family tree. It's not going to refer to like where the 2 women came from that was Lamech's wives or their families or that. Not going to be mentioned. One family is going to be mentioned. Read on.
Verse 3. And Adam lived 130 years and begat a son in his own likeness after his image and called his name Seth.
So he was already 130 years when he had Seth. Right? Read on.
And the days of Adam after he had begotten Seth were 800 years. And he begat sons and daughters. And all the days that Adam lived were 930 years. And he died.
Right, so he had a lot of children. He begat sons and daughters. They didn't tell us how many. They say he begot sons and daughters. And he lived to what? What age? 830 years old. 930 years old. And he died. Read on.
And Seth lived 105 years and begat Enos.
Right. And
Seth lived after he begat Enos 807 years and begat sons and daughters.
So they started having children around the 100th year of this. We early. Go ahead. Enos. Enos. Verse 7. Verse 4, Seth. Adam, after he begat Seth, he lived 800 years and begat sons and daughters. And he had more sons and daughters after Seth. Adam. And more sons and daughters after having Seth. He first had Cain. He had Abel. Abel was killed. He didn't have another son until he had Seth. After he had Seth, he lived 800 years and begat sons and daughters during that time period. His full time for the rest of his life. His full term on the earth was 930 because he was 130 when he conceived Seth. Okay? When he had his wife conceived Seth. Well, verse 3. Uh-huh. Right. Right. So Seth was that righteous lineage that came out of Adam.
It was gonna be Abel.
What?
I mean, if Cain did kill Abel.
Right, it would have been Abel. Right, it would have been Abel. Abel would have been that righteous seed. Because he did righteous in the sight of the Most High by bringing the right offering. The Most High always had his righteous seed on the earth. Okay? Read on.
Genesis chapter 5, verse 8. And all the days of Seth were 912 years, and he died. And Enos lived 90 years and begat Canaan. And Enos lived after he begat Canaan 815 years and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Enos were 905 years, and he died. And Canaan lived 70 years and begat Mahalaleel.
You realize that they're having these children younger and younger. If you notice it. They were starting not having a child till they were 100, 130 was Adam when he had Seth. Although he already had Cain and Abel, right? Now they're going down to 70 years having their first child. Okay, read on.
And Canaan lived after he begat Mahalaleel 840 years and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Canaan were 910 years, and he died. And Mahalaleel lived 65 years and begat Jared. And Mahalaleel lived after he begat Jared 830 years, and he begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Mahalaleel were 895 years, and he died. And Jared lived 162 years, and he begat Enoch. And Jared lived after he begat Enoch 800 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Jared were 962 years, and he died. And Enoch lived 65 years, and begat Methuselah. And Enoch walked with the Most High after he begat Methuselah 300 years, and begat sons and daughters.
Right.
And all the days of Enoch were 365 years. And Enoch walked with the Most High, and he was not, for the Most High took him.
Right, so what happened to Enoch? Enoch didn't die. The Most High took Enoch. Okay? Right? Here's another verse 5. Right. Yeah, talking about Enoch. It's just underneath what we just read. You had another question in the back? No? Yanin? Yes. Two different Enochs. One was out of the lineage of Cain, one came out of the lineage of Seth. Okay. Let's get that in Hebrews 11 and 5.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 11 and verse 5. By faith, Enoch was translated that he should not see death, and was not found, because the Most High had translated him. For before his translation, he had his testimony that he pleased the Most High.
Right, so Enoch was translated, he didn't die. He was brought into the spiritual world. He pleased the Most High. Most High was well pleased with Enoch. And he first was pleased with Enoch's father, right? Methuselah, that walked with the Most High. So he was like a spin-off between Methuselah and Enoch. At that point, Most High said, come up here, man. These men were doing the right thing. Right? Got a free ticket? It ain't free. He worked for it. He worked for it. But he got a pass. He got in there. All right? Read on. Go back to what? In Hebrews?
Yeah.
All right, continue Hebrews.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 11, verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him.
Right.
For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
Right. So what? You know what I mean? He reward that diligently seek the Most High. So he got that reward. He got blessed, man. He not got blessed on a high level there. All right. Go back.
The book of Genesis, chapter 5, and verse 25.
Uh-huh.
And Methuselah lived 187 years and begat Lamech.
So now we have another Lamech. It's not the Lamech who came, it's another Lamech, you know?
And Methuselah lived after he begat Lamech 782 years and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Methuselah were 969 years, and he died. And Lamech lived 182 years and begat a son. And he called his name Noah, saying, this same shall comfort us concerning our work and toil of our hands, because of the ground which the Most High hath cursed. And Lamech lived after he begat Noah 595 years and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Lamech were 777 years, and he died. And Noah was 500 years old, and Noah begat Shem, Ham, and Japheth.
Right, so this is now we go down to the age of Noah. Who had his three sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth.
Out of each family, must always choose one.
At least, yeah, that generation got to keep going. Right. You know?
The book of Genesis, chapter 6, verse 1. And it came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, the sons of the Most High saw the daughters of men that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they choose.
Right, so now, who's the sons of the Most High? Huh? The lineage, which lineage of Adam? Which lineage of Seth? The lineage of Seth. These were the sons of the Most High. This ain't talking about no angels taking women. All right? That ain't never happened.
Just something.
Okay, go ahead.
I think Cain was the first one to do so. To go out and get
these women, right? Yeah. Now these men started doing the same thing. Go ahead. What are you talking about? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not correct. Right? What is that?
It's the whole thing about the
and what is it?
It says,
no, where are you? Where are you?
That's
I was trying to try not to do that.
The book of Matthew, chapter 22, verse 29. Yahushua answered and said unto them, Ye do err, not knowing the scriptures, nor the power of the Most High. For in the resurrection they neither marry, nor are given in marriage,
right,
but are as the angels of the Most High in heaven.
Right, so you're talking about the fact that angels don't marry?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. I wonder why you. Okay, yeah. Angels don't marry. They don't give themselves into marriage. They don't sleep with women. Okay, Gabriel didn't sleep with Mary. Neither did these angels sleep with these women. That's not what it's talking about. It's talking about the lineage of Seth, of Enos, of all the way down to Noah, going back down into, that lineage of brothers that was righteous in the Most High. Started to deal with those women that were from outside of the family. Okay, outside of the garden, they were dealing with those other women, the women that Cain's grandson dealt with, right? Or Cain dealt with, right?
I would just say Luke chapter 3, verse 38.
No, I wouldn't go too far into that. Right?
I will have one question. First, when Adam and Eve sinned, they were put out of the garden. So how come and Cain was put out of the garden also? It was supposed to be out of the garden because even Adam was already out of the garden.
Right.
So I thought how Cain get into the garden anyway?
What do you mean?
Because
What do you mean
Cain was
the
put
garden?
out of the garden after he killed Abel.
Right.
I mean Eva.
Well, not straight after the judgment came down. Right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So that's why I said, I mean, he was supposed to be born outside of the garden.
Who was born outside the garden?
I mean, Cain.
Cain was not born outside the garden.
So, but I mean,
Cain was in the garden.
that's what I'm saying.
Adam was taken out of the garden.
Yeah, already
When
before.
Okay,
Yeah,
before.
they-
Right.
Yeah, that's what I was.
So for months, right. They weren't in the garden. They were outside the garden. Right. I see what you're saying. They wasn't in the land of Nod. They went over to the land of Nod to get these wives, get these women. To procreate with the Billy's family. But you're right, they were outside the garden at this point. Right? Right. But read 6 and 2 again.
The book of Genesis, chapter 6, verse 2. The sons of the Most High saw the daughters of men, that they were fair,
right,
and they took them wives of all which they chose.
Right.
And the Most High said, My spirit shall not always strive with man.
With who?
With man.
So who did the wrong thing? Who did the wrong thing? Man. Wasn't no angel. He said, my spirit will not always strive with man. What are these men doing? He didn't want them to go deal with these women. They saw these women were fair. I mean, what? Good looking. Right? And they went and dealt with them. Right?
One question I will have also. So, Seth also got, because after, where Seth will have his wife, if he didn't go outside of the garden also.
No, we're outside of the garden.
I mean,
right.
I would say, now why is the problem now for those people, taking.
Like, what's wrong with these women, you're wondering? Which women are these?
Yeah, because
that the Most High don't want us to deal with, because they're all outside of the garden, right?
Yes, because people before that already took wives outside of the garden.
Right, so there had to be in particular set of women that he didn't want us to deal with, which were called the daughters of men. Right? And he didn't want us to deal with. And he meant something to deal with them, and thought they were good. But the Most High was against that. Right? So this is a particular set of women that he didn't want us to deal with. No, well, like he's saying that there's no daughters in Seth's lineage at the time when Seth took a wife. They began to serve the daughters. So now we built Now we have our own pool of sons and daughters to work with, right? So now we have sons and daughters. We can't go back to Seth. Because when the time of Seth, it wasn't a problem because they didn't have sons and daughters to give. But now that they have all these sons and daughters, you still going out there and getting these women, these women of the sons, the daughters of men. That was against what the Most High wanted. Okay?
So it's like how, you know, people like Israelites can't be dealing with the other nations.
Exactly.
Because they're going to lead us away from
Right.
the Most High.
Right. And there was time when the Most High allowed us to deal with the other nations, when we had a lack of our own women. Right? When we were out at war, the Most High ordained us to deal with the other women. They said all you had to do was, you know, part their nails and they had to do certain rituals to deal with the women, but you could deal with them because y'all were out at war away from your women. We were not going to war and coming back home like a 9 to 5. We went out to war, we were gone for years. Okay? The Most High is a merciful power. He said, all right, we'll take women of these nations out here, but make sure you do these few things before you take them as a wife. Right? They had to part their nails, shave their head, maybe cut their nails, their hair. And they also had to, you know, start keeping the laws of the Most High. Then you could deal with them as a wife. So, same like manner, like brothers bring it out, Seth might have dealt with the women outside of the family, but as the family grew and we had our own pool of women, we didn't have to start dealing with the women no more. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't dealing with our nation, our own people. Right? You know, they're cousins or whatever the case may be, but according to the scriptures, we dealt with cousins. Okay? Very clearly. All right? A lot of you saying cousins, what the hell is that? But that's how we dealt with at our time. That's what we did, right? That's right. That's right. We dealt with cousins. That's right. Yeah. But we weren't, I don't think we were dealing with what happened to the daughters? I think they were dealing with their brothers and sisters. The precept on the cousins in Tobit. That you can deal with cousins, all right? In Tobit. It's customary we dealt with cousins. Right? Now, I'm not telling you to go get with your cousins. Please, that's not what this is about. We're talking about historically. Let's clarify this. Historically, we dealt with cousins. Okay?
It's not against the law, right?
Well, there's no law that's against it. When you go through what you can't deal with, it doesn't tell you cousins. It says your aunt, your uncle, your this, your dad, your brother, your sister. It goes all the way through the lineage, but it doesn't say cousins, right?
So basically, what happened in the time of Moses was that each tribe had their own inheritance.
Right.
So during certain events, like the Tobit's case, he had to take his cousin to wife because there's not really any other tribe member. It was just
because we only married within our tribe.
Right.
Right.
But not as different because we don't really have inheritance.
We have no inheritance. So leave your cousin alone for now. Okay? Don't be bugging your cousin. Huh? No cousins, man. You know?
Is it based on generational cousins? Third or fourth generation cousins, not really close to what I was in the second. Something like that.
There's, you know, biblically, it was your cousin. Now, oftentimes it was removed, one generation removed. Like we talk about Tobit, and it was one generation removed, meaning that they were cousins by way of the next father. Tobias' father was family to what was his name again? In Tobit. They were family. Rockwell was family with Tobias, right? So that's how it ended up being cousins. So it was one generation down.
We all cousins right now.
Right? And that's what to say, the nation is cousins.
We all cousins right now.
Right? We all linked together back to the same, with some sort of generation removed of cousins.
You're the tribe of Benjamin.
Right.
You tribe of Benjamin. You don't follow the tribe. You like their brothers, right? They both of y'all have, both of them have children. What happens? What are the children to each other? The cousins.
No, we were cousins.
We get it cousins. 2016.
And it was for that time period, all right, that we dealt with cousins and even like the right? We don't deal about the law, we can't deal with it. The law does not prohibit cousins, right? It prohibits uncles, aunts, nieces. We go through the law, but it doesn't prohibit cousins necessarily. If you can use wisdom and say, don't deal with your cousin. You know what I mean? At least it's a couple generations removed. Huh?
Your cousin anyway. You're my cousin too. You're from Benjamin. Your cousin anyway. My cousin, right, sis?
We're all cousins in some way, shape, or form. You know, we don't want to, like, you know, say that, you know, Shammah saying I can deal with my cousin. You are looking at your cousin differently now. You get uninvited to family gatherings. This guy is, man, it's small. This guy, you know, you're looking at you, something wrong with you. Not even as your cousin like that. So they're not ready for that. Will there be a time that it might be? Okay. Well, there's some benefit in that? There probably is. But, you know, in our understanding is that it was about inheritance, which we do not have now. All right, we don't have an inheritance. So, you know, keeping the landmark within the family, because scriptures tell us once we get land, we can never remove our landmark and give it to another family. Right? So that was important to understand that. Like when we read about, what was that, Ruth, book of Ruth, right? Tobias. He had to make sure that there was no one closer in kin, all right, to Ruth or to Ruth's husband that passed before he can take her as a wife. You know what I mean? So we had to make sure that there's rules to this thing, right? Who should take this woman to wife? Okay. So let's read 6 and 3 again.
The book of Genesis, chapter 6, verse 3. And I said, my spirit hath always strived with man, for that he also is flesh.
Right.
Yet his days shall be 120 years.
Right. So what? He said, man ain't gonna be living that long. He's gonna shorten the lifespan of man. And he put 120 years on us. Prior to that, we were living what, 800, 900, 700. He said, you know what? I'm not gonna be suffering man that long. I'm gonna give you 120. Right? That's all you get. Okay?
Moses was saying about what Solomon was. He was basically saying man's age now is like 60.
3 score and 10. Right, 3 score and 10. You're 70 years old. If you can make it to 3 score and 10, consider yourself having a long life. So if you're over 70, you're doing all right. All right? You're doing all right. Amos? 120. 120. 120. That's the most you get. Lucky to live, you're blessed to live past 70, man. But if you can make it to 120, man, hallelujah. But I don't think you're gonna make it to 121.
Verse 4. There were giants in the earth in those days. And also after that, when the sons of the Most High came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown.
Right.
And the Most High saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth.
Right. So these men became to go wicked. They became to live wickedly. All right. When we talk about giants, it's talking about like Anakin. And that's what you were referring to. You were trying to refer to before, where men were known to be taller and more in stature than other men. Right? The children of Anakim, they were taller and more in stature than other men. But out of the Canaanites, right? Yeah. And in numbers, come out of the Canaanites. It's saying that they were larger in stature than other men. Like Anakim, yeah. These are the children of not really Seth, well, the lineage of Seth, we say. Lineage of Seth dealing with these women of men, daughters of men. And they came together. Right. What do you mean? Granted, Seth is long gone at this point. You keep mentioning Seth. Right now, we're at the time of Noah. We're at the time of Lamech's children. We're at the time of the children of Methuselah on the earth. So you keep mentioning Seth, but Seth is way back. I don't want you to confuse yourself. Seth is the beginning of this lineage. Huh? These children that they had.
They were 450 feet tall.
No, real stars. They were taller in stature than the average man. That's it. That's it.
That's the breakdown.
That's it. Go ahead.
Like, that could it be like the children of Cain, like daughters of Cain, like the evil seed?
It could possibly be. Yeah, that's a good observation. Because where did those women go? Right? The daughters that they already were doing wickedness. Right? They were already doing wickedness, so you know that probably was who they are. Huh?
Yeah, let's go get done.
Yeah, it makes more sense. That's talking about the children of the lineage of Seth. Right? We're all talking about the family of Adam. Remember, we're going into Adam's family. We're not going outside of Adam's family at this point. Okay, Adam's family really has two sides. The side that came through Cain and the side that comes through Seth. Two sides of Adam's family. Okay, and you had those that were dwelling outside of Adam's family. Right? Those were the ones that were created from the sixth day. We don't know their names and stuff like that because the scriptures are zero in on Adam's family at that time period. We know they existed, but it's really dealing with Adam's family. So that's what we concentrate on. Okay? Who these people are and who not mentioned doesn't matter. It's insignificant. That's why they're not mentioned. If it was significant, it would be mentioned. Okay?
The book of Genesis chapter 6, verse 5. And the Most High saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually.
Come on.
And it repented that the Most High, that he made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart.
Right, so the man was just off the chain, man, doing wickedly. The righteous was being seduced by the wicked, right? To go astray. We had a righteous seed and they were going off. Right? Noah was keeping the faith. Right? And his three sons, everybody else was going crazy. Right?
And the Most High said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeping thing, and the fowls of the air. For it repents of me that I have made them.
Right.
But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Most High.
Right. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Most High. Noah was righteous. Even though man was going off, Noah was righteous. Okay. He kept the faith. Okay. So we're going to continue this. That's the end of this portion. All right. That Noah, Noah was found righteous, even though man was going astray. So a lot of information came out. It's always a heavy topic, the first couple of chapters of creation. Brings a lot of questions, a lot of, analyzing. That's what we're supposed to do. The scriptures say, till I come, give attendance to reading. was to come in here and analyze these scriptures and try to figure out, you know, the things that's written and not written, so that we have a full understanding of what's happening. So, do remember, don't forget tonight, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. We're having the new moon, right here, right here. You'll feel free to hang out here until time. You know, we'll be here. We'll be open. You're not going nowhere. Also, don't forget offerings and it's very much needed. So let's make sure we get our offerings in, and we remember to bring them every week. That you know, it can keep us open and going here. You know, and a place for our people to gather and have a community in the spirit of the Most High. Okay, so keep that in mind. Keep that in your mind that as much as you can to bless us, we can use it. Okay, because you know, it's that time of the month, as they say, right? At the end of the month, you know, we got to tighten up. And we got to make sure we take care of the powers that be. You had a question? I see your hand on it. You? Yeah. No? Okay.
I would just clarify, say those people that was, as you can say, I mean, the God's children go to get that is of man. But I would say people probably the kind children,
right?
Because they continue. You can see they continue the same thing, because one of them slowing up a man, one of the kind slowing man, and one of his son also slowing man. But they probably continue like that in the
continue with wickedness. Zah?
Let's see. If you look at the last chapter, chapter 5, could it be that same kind of death that were symptoms people sit down and always 500 years old? That's what you got.
Oh, we got them all in the same year?
Yeah, that's what I'm not sure. Like, could it be that they're symptoms?
We don't know if we got them. And Noah was 500 years old, and Noah begat Shem, Ham, and Japheth. I don't know. It doesn't really tell us that. It didn't list it.
Yeah.
If they were born at the same time, or it just says he was 500 years old, and begat Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Because they don't usually like record like 1 year, 2 years. When they record the years, it's like, you know, a big gap of time. You know what I mean? So.
Yes, I mean, all the three names were important for the story. That's why they bring them up. Because from the other people, they just mentioned
one.
one.
I probably had them because when you look up the name Ham, it said that he was 96 years before, but he was the youngest son of them.
Oh, that's true.
So, the youngest son of Noah, the other ones hadn't been older.
Right. You're right.
They had it in different times.
They do have different times. You mentioned their ages, they have different ages.
So you look up the it says 96 years before, the youngest son of Noah.
Yeah. That's right, correct.
You know, sometimes in scriptures, you know, it doesn't document every single thing. That's the most important. I mean, that's why these other books start coming in, Enoch and Jackson, and all those other books. They want to fill in the gaps to get you all confused, get you caught up. Or even something else, the angels come down, sleep with the women, all kind of madness, people 450 feet tall. I mean, you gotta stay with the scriptures because, you know, Genesis to Deuteronomy, that's the foundation. Without the foundation, you don't have a building. So it's finished right.
You gonna say something? That's what somebody had going up. You know? All right, so.
I had a question. I got a question too. Charlie, you gotta tell my question. Sorry. Can women go fish her hair?
I'm not dealing with that.
Stay with it.
Go back. Go back on post. Go back on security. All right, so we're gonna set up the closing prayers. Praise Jerusalem, bless the Most High for giving us a blessed Shabbat day and a day to commune and congregate together as a body unto the Most High. Good? Hallelujah. Imagine we're putting you in Jerusalem. Stand and face Jerusalem. Hallelujah.
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 Who's the power?
Yahweh's the power.
Who's the power?
Yahweh's the power.
By Hashem.
Yahweh Shai.
By Hashem.
Yahweh Shai.
Paras.
Karas, karas.
Paras. Holy.
Holy, holy, holy.
Is the name.
Is the name.
Abanawa. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Holy.
Holy, holy.
Is the name.
Is the name.
Hamashiach.
Hamashiach.
Yahushai.
Yahweh Shai.
Pom Abanawa Yahweh.
Kum Abnai Yahweh.
Pom Abanawa Yahweh.
Kum Abnai Yahweh.
Pom Hamashiach Yahushai.
Kum Mashiach Yahweh Shai.
Pom Hamashiach Yahushai.
Kum Mashiach Yahweh Shai.
Pom Yeshua.
Kum Yeshurah.
Pom Yeshua.
Kum Yeshurah.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Hashem.
Hashem.
Hamashiach.
Hamashiach.
Yahushai.
Yahweh Shai.
Hawa'ah.
Hawa'ah.
Delanawa.
Delanawa.
Hashabbat.
Hashabbat.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Barakashah.
Barakashah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Hashem.
Hashem.
Hamashiach.
Hamashiach.
Yahushai.
Yahweh Shai.
Shemai.
Shabbat.
Zapanalia.
Zaplayim.
Barak.
Barak.
Barakah.
Barakah.
Rakazat.
Rakazat.
Wamagan.
Ramadan.
Rashma'ayah.
Rashma'ayah.
Akim.
Akim.
Wa. Akwakim.
Akrakim.
Barakashah.
Barakashah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Hashem.
Hashem.
Hamashiach.
Mashiach.
Yahushai.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahat.
Yahat.
Shaitan.
Shaitan.
Yahat.
Yahat.
Shaitan.
Yahat.
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 Go.
Go.
Right.
Right.
Hayim.
Rahayim.
Yahat.
Yahat.
Go.
Go.
Right.
Right.
Hayim.
Rahayim.
Barakashah.
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 All praises be to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the power of Israel, almighty power, the creator of all things that we know, see, and understand. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this Shabbat day. We thank you for your angels to camping with us and minister unto us the knowledge, wisdom in our holy scriptures. For we are blessed to know the creation, to see, and all that in the midst. And we bless the Most High. He continues to build us up in wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, bringing us closer and closer to our salvation and our redemption. Continue to be with the light of Zion. Continue to bless your little sanctuary. Send thy angels to encamp around us and cover us and to protect us from all the ways of Shaitan. From all the devil, for we know the devil desires to have each and every one of us. The devil desires to shut us down, will reign upon this earth. And let us stand boldly against our adversaries. In the name of Mashiach Yahushua. Heavenly Father, we ask you to forgive us for our sins, hold out our iniquity against us, and blot out all our transgressions. That we might be presented to our other one, our Lord, with a clean slate and white raiment, as it is written about in our holy scriptures, prepared for the bridegroom and for the coming of our salvation. Let all that have breath praise Yahweh.
Hallelujah.
Let all that have breath praise Yahweh.
Hallelujah.
On.
All right.
What's our hand? Hallelujah. There's no power like Yahweh, great King of the universe, always doing wondrous things. Let all Israel sing amen. Sing amen. 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 Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Amen. 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 Hallelujah. 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 There's no power like your power. Anything always doing wonders. Let all his love sing. Amen. Hallelujah. 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 Amen. Amen. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Amen. Hallelujah. 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 Amen. Amen. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. One more time. There's no power like power. Anything of the universe. Always doing let all his will sing. Amen. Hallelujah. 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 Amen. Amen. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Amen. Hallelujah. 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 Amen. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. You don't carry out. You don't carry out. You know everything. Lord, Abraham, I praise you.
words to you. We are hard work for the Lord God, be in our mouths. Meditation of the Lord God, be in our mouths. Cover us, Lord, in our hands. All praises. Hallelujah. What is the second entrance?
Goodbye to you.
Shalom to everybody on YouTube Live, on the conference call, to all from all over the land. Hope you edified. For the first portion, the beginning of the portions, which is Genesis 21 to Genesis 6 and 8. We must have been with you, and as we go through this journey in Torah once again, and our mind be elevated in law, wisdom, and knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures, and continue to bless the Most High and praise His name. Hallelujah. Don't forget tonight, 8 o'clock, we're going to have the new moon celebration right here in a lot of Zion. Feel free to log in and go over the new moon and things concerning the feast. Right? Hallelujah. Shalom.